For Akira, the next 72 hours became nothing more but a blur. After the attack at the sports festival, and with the mass hysteria that was starting to grow in the country, safe to say, the days of secrecy were drawing to a close. People were now starting to become more aware. There were now reports of demon sightings all across Tokyo. Akira was doing what he could. He'd hardly been home. He couldn't get a hold of Rio. Rio wasn't at his house. He wasn't picking up his calls. Nothing. Akira feared the worst. If perhaps in the middle of that attack, his friend could have been killed in the process. And of course, for the others, the other associations or people that knew what was going on, they were also having meetings as well. And safe to say, the worst possible scenario was now brought to light. An emergency SOS was placed out in the Jujutsu Society. All sorcerers who weren't on urgent business were to return to Japan. Even those in international and other sects were being called in. Yaga and Jericho were measuring up all of their forces. So how many were they able to get? Jericho would ask. They're all still coming in, but it's such last minute. A lot of them will have to travel by flight or other methods. Right now, what we have to work with? 4 special grade sorcerers, 2 semi-special grade sorcerers, 11 first grade sorcerers, 18 second grade sorcerers, and, in mixture, 25 semi-second and third grades. And what about the rest? They're all going to be held back at their respective schools in either Tokyo or Kyoto. The higher-ups feel like there's no point in sending out the 4th and the 5th grades, since they probably won't be able to do much in the grand scheme of things. And if worse comes to worse, we may need a whole new generation to train. And it's not just that. I hear that even on the other side, the Shinigami are starting to take course as well. Meanwhile, in the Soul Society, Captain Yamamoto would address the members of the Gote 13. It seems that Ishin Shiba has gotten himself into quite a predicament. He's fighting against demons, right? Kenpachi Zaraki would say. Sounds like a lot of fun. I say we go to Earth and start busting up some heads. Maybe these demons will give me the challenge I've been looking for. You would want to fight, wouldn't you? Soifun would say. But what is our course of action? Shunsui would say. I mean, we can't just leave Earth to be overrun by demons now, can we? No. But if our presence is brought into the equation, it may do more harm than good. It hasn't gotten too dire. But sir, Ukitake would say, the solstice is only but a day or so away. The barrier between realms, all of our realms, will be at its weakest. If the forces of hell are beginning to stir, then what are we to? We will stand guard here in the Serite. If need be, we will fight back against the forces of hell. They must not be allowed to enter into the realm of gray. That is our purpose. We must keep the balance between the 6 realms and within the trifold. For that is the order of the world. And what about Earth? Measures are being taken, Captain Yamamoto would say. And if need be, Earth will be removed. But what about Captain Shiba? Rankiku said, standing in as his representative for Squad 10. I don't mean to speak out of turn, but is there a chance that situation won't be called for. I believe you should give him time to figure it out, Captain Shunsui said with a smile. After all, he's pulled off bigger miracles. We will wait until the solstice pass, and then we will cast our judgment on the fate of Earth, but only after the 46 God Squad has made a decision. We must not act without their order. With that, the Gote 13 would be dismissed, Rangiku breathing a sigh of relief, but there was also worry. Whatever you're trying to do, Ishin, whatever you all are trying to do, please finish this fight. In the meantime, Akira would be going about, fighting against whatever rogue demons he came across. They were now starting to grow in number. The rising of cursed spirits was starting to become astronomical. Hollows were starting to make more and more of a frequent appearance as well. The intermingling between them, giving birth to even more demons, on top of the natural-born ones. The situation was only going from bad to worse. Everyone was preparing themselves for what was to come. But there was something else. Akira couldn't shake this feeling of unease. As he finally stopped to catch his breath, his phone would begin to go off, the one that had been given to him by Rio. He flipped it open to see that Miki was trying to call. As he answered, he would give way hearing of Miki's voice. Akira! Akira! Miki? What's wrong? Are you okay? It's Taru and Dad and Mom. They haven't come home. Akira, I'm scared. Miki, it's going to be all right. Tell me where they're at. I'll go find them. Miki would give Akira the location. As he was preparing to leave and hang up, she would stop him again. Akira? It was you, wasn't it? What? The Devilman. It's you. Miki, I didn't... It's okay. At first I thought it was just a dream. I didn't think it could be real. But I can't deny it. It's you. It's always been you. You probably think that I'm a monster. I don't blame you. My dad and I, we're just... You're not. And don't ever say that you are. The Akira that I know, the Akira that I love could never be a monster. I don't care if you see yourself that way. What you have is a gift. You fight for the weak. You know? People always joke on you because you cry. But for me, it shows that you're more human than anyone that I've ever known. Because you care. Because you see the weak and you don't belittle them, nor do you abuse them. You have a heart, Akira. A heart that can shed tears for people you've never met. I know that you always saw it as weak, but to me it was beautiful. That's what you are, Akira. What you are to me. You're a hero. You're my hero. Everything will be all right, Miki. I promise. Akira would hang up the phone as he spread his devil-like wings once again and flew into the night sky. It was just then that the phone would ring once more. He hoped that Miki wasn't going to lose it, but when he picked up, it wasn't Miki that answered. Hello, Akira. Rio! Rio, is that you? Of course. You act like you don't remember your friend's voice, and we've been trying to get in touch with you for days. I couldn't find you after what happened at the track meet. I thought you were... I know. But I'm all right. I promise. Say, can you do me a favor? I need you to meet me somewhere. Akira would go to the place that he was instructed. Whatever was going on, he and Rio could figure it out. Maybe they could meet up with Mr. Urahara and the others. If they could get together again, they could put a stop to all of this. As he finally arrived downtown in Tokyo, it was in a public square. There was a large monitor. The screens were blaring with breaking news. The cars were set ablaze. People in panic going about in the streets. There were loud chants and riots. People with their guns and with their stakes and pitchforks. It was pandemonium. There were demons that were flying overhead. The cries and the screams of the innocents and those of the victim. Akira saw what was happening and it looked like it was hell on earth. But then he would hear the cry of yet another familiar voice. He saw that it was Miki's father. He was holding something. It was his son. And he saw a body. It was his wife, or what was left of her. A mob had formed around them. Hand us the boy now! We need to kill him! He's a monster! Hand him over! Stay away! Stay away from my son! Mr. Kozo! Akira! Taro, what happened? That boy killed that woman, that's what he did! He's a monster! A murderer! He's a demon, that's what he is! The spawn of the devil! We must kill him! Kill the boy! Kill the boy! Stay away from them! Akira would move to defend them. Get out of the way! Why would he want to protect them? It's like what that man said! They live among us! He must be protecting them! He is a demon! As the crowd was moving in on Toro and his father, more demons would come ahead attempting to attack them. Akira, having no choice, he would transform before the people. Turning into Devilman, he would begin to spew out his fire and killing the demons that were attacking. It was just then the anonymous voice could be heard over the loud monitors in the downtown square of Tokyo. His anonymous face appearing on the screen. See, people? I told you they were real. Now your eyes have finally been awakened to the truth. You have come to learn what has been hidden from you. Your enemies live amongst you. They walk, they breathe, but they are not human. They merely possess the body. What stands before you? Who stands before you? He was once my best friend. He was once my brother, but now All that is left is evil that has taken over his body and attempts to use it to mock his very memory. I have remained hidden for as long as I could, but I can remain hidden no longer. You will pay for what you have done, Devilman. Or should I say Amon? You will pay for taking my friend from me. And just who the hell are you? You still haven't figured that out, Devilman? After all this time, I thought it would have been as plain as day. I am your enemy. I am Rio Asuka. I am your enemy, Devilman. The crowd, being now more enraged and incensed than ever, would begin their attack upon Akira and Taru and his father. Taru's father would try his best to protect his son, but he would be brutally ripped away from the boy as he was stabbed and slashed and ripped and torn apart. Akira, using his instincts, would reach towards Miki's younger brother as he flew into the sky, his wing being stabbed by a makeshift javelin that was thrown into it as he went crashing after flying a few feet away onto a rooftop of the building. And who should be waiting for him other than Rio? Rio, how could you? I promise you, Akira, this is all for your own good. Shut the hell up! You betrayed us! Did I? I'm only looking out for my own kind. Your own kind? What the hell do you mean by that? You don't understand, Akira. But I don't think you ever did. In all the years that you've known me, you never really knew me. You only saw what I wanted you to see. You fooled yourself. You had this vision of who I was, that you couldn't see the truth. What truth? The truth that I am not Rio. The Rio that you knew, he died a long time ago. And someone else took his place. Demon. Now you're catching on. But you see, I'm not like most other demons. I have lived amongst humanity for a long, long time. I served my master happily. That was until he was betrayed, banished, and sent off into hell, locked away out of sight and out of mind. He was unrightfully stripped from his throne because he was too ambitious, because he had a vision for the future, because he was not weak, unlike his contemporaries, who wanted to stop fighting when the war could have been won. Have you ever asked yourself, Akira, why is it that the 6 realms exist? Who gets to decide that, Akira? Long ago, there was but one realm. There was one realm where we all lived amongst each other. and only the strongest lay claim until he appeared. He came along, and for a while, there was peace. But that king was betrayed. He was betrayed by his very own. And those selfish bastards who hide, they hide the truth as well. This world that was created, Akira, is a lie. There's no such thing as heaven and hell. There's no such thing as an earth. There was one world, one, and they split us apart because they know what's best, or so they believe. But my master saw the truth. And when he tried, he was silenced and banished away. But no more. They think that they can make all of their problems disappear with a wave of a finger. But I assure you, the war never stopped. The war continues today. And this realm will be the first realm to fall. This is just the beginning, Akira. First Earth, Hueco Mundo, Kami, all of them. And then the only thing that will be left is the realm of the Shinigami. So that's what all this is about. Your petty revenge. No. Revenge isn't even the half of it. This is justice, Akira. My justice. Our justice. You are one of us. Why fight it when we could lead together? Just take my hand, Akira. I promise you, everything will be all. I'll never join you. I'm going to kill you. I know. You know something? I don't think I've ever seen you this angry. For as long as I've known you, you've always been a crybaby. You always cried for the weak and for the frail. That was that human, I believed. Your weakness dampening what you were truly capable of. You didn't even cry at your own mother's funeral. And that was the woman that gave birth to you. Did you skip out on tears that day? It's funny. I hardly mention her. And yet whenever she comes in conversation, you only think of her passingly. Did she not mean enough to you, Akira? Not like Miki, of course. What? I say they should be to her house right about now. I think if you fly, you should be able to catch her. Although, I made sure that my instructions were very, very clear. There is a young girl whose family has been harboring a demon. That's a big no-no. You wouldn't. Rio, if anything happens to her, I will. I know. I'll be sitting right here, waiting for you. Akira would immediately fly with Taru into the sky, Miki! Miki, hang on, I'm coming! Was it wise of you to let him go, Master? Rio's assistant would say. It's all right. One way or another, Amon will awaken. And once that happens, we won't have to lift a finger. He'll open the gates of hell himself. And it will begin. He thinks of himself as a hero, trying so hard to stop Armageddon, when he is the very key to the gates of hell. So what now? Go out. Give into your instincts. Do what your hearts desire. Leave no stone unturned, and leave no blood unshed. As you wish, Master Asuka. No. I have no need for that name anymore. Call me Pandemonium. This concludes Devilman Crybaby, Summer of 1999. What if Akira was the son of Hellstorm, Part 8. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue with Devilman Crybaby, Summer of 1999. What if Akira was the son of Hellstorm, Part 9. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.